TSL Nigeria TV, where we have news on politics, sports, entertainment, and so much more. Did you know that we also have feature stories where we talk about nothing but everything? It's the Breakfast Show on TSL Nigeria TV.
Good morning, Nigeria. You're on to the Breakfast Show on TSL Nigeria TV. My name is Joyce Jukes, and it's the last day of April.
Joyce.
Get it? A lot. Celery.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
I'm fine.
How are you doing, John?
Good morning. I'm fine.
How was your night, your collective nights?
It was beautiful.
Fine.
Cannot relate.
How was your night?
I blinked and it was morning. Alright, so we're going to go quickly into the newspaper review for this morning. I have with me Vanguard for 30th April 2019. First of all, we have pressure to succeed much on me, Emeka Ihedioha. Pressure to succeed much on me, Emeka Ihedioha. Also, federal government to spend over 1 billion naira as compensation for Codian seizures. This was said by the NAFDAC boss. Federal government to suspend over 1 billion naira as compensation for Codian seizures and NAFDAC bus. And finally, I will hand over to Abiodun May 28, Amosun. I will hand over to Abiodun May 28, Amosun. For more news, you can go on www.vanguardngr.com.
Alright, I have today for Guardian for 30th April 2019. Boko Haram fighters receive over 1 million naira daily. Nigeria soldiers get 1,000 naira. Tribunal crashes PDP's application to extend inspection of election material. And lastly, SARS intercept truckload of fake Panadol in Lagos. And that's just terrible. Now visit www.guardian.ng.com for more news.
I don't understand fake drugs.
People still do it.
I don't understand it. I saw I'm not playing an article, it's more like a rant by a person. I saw it on social media, and he was like, it was a white man. I felt offended or felt sad that a white man had to say it. And he was like, the corruption in Nigeria doesn't make any sense. Like, there's corruption that, in other countries, more developed countries, corrupt officials, they scheme off the top, but the project gets done,
Yeah.
They assign money for the road, and maybe they scheme off the top, but the road is done. The corruption in Nigeria makes no sense.
Nothing
Absolutely
is actually
no
done.
sense. I mean, you would even have more money to steal if you needed to. If you had lights, if you had power, you probably would have more places to scheme off the top. If the roads were better, you probably would have more places to scheme off the top. So why aren't you doing those things? And then we have the citizenry doing worse. Why would you make fake drugs?
Greed. It's sad. It's sad. And I feel your pain.
It's just, fake drugs is like the line. This is the line that we shouldn't cross. There should be a line at some point.
Okay.
Please, John, please go on.
I have the Punch for 30th April 2019. CBN to auction 1.9 billion, 109.7 billion naira treasury base. Living in Nigeria has become scary, and FG won't relent until security crisis ends. Buhari. For more, go to www.punchng.com.
Thank you so much. And today we have a guest in the studio. We thought we're having a little chat about art, especially hyperrealism. For some reason, there's been an increase in hyper-realistic artists all over the place, especially on social media. A guy was contacted by Kevin Hart not too long ago because he posted a hyper-realistic photo or portrait, yes, of Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart bought 2 copies. Today we're going to be joined by somebody simply brilliant who happens to be a hyper-realistic artist. My name is Joyce Jukes. Stick around. After this break, we will be right back. Good morning.
Good morning and welcome back to the show. Hyperrealism has been said to be a genre of painting and sculpture resembling a high-resolution photograph. Today we will be talking about art imitating life, and we have a guest in the studio with us, Mr. Famous Umugwari. I got that. Anyways, welcome to the studio. Good morning, Famous. It's so good to have you in the studio this morning. And so, just before we start, I want to know who's Famous.
I'm famous.
And what do you do? Talk about what you do. Talk about your art.
Okay. I create art.
Okay.
First of all, I started drawing when I was 5 years old.
Wow.
Yes, it's been 16 years now I've been drawing.
Okay.
So,
wow.
I started drawing at KG3, kindergarten 3. And we used to create illustrations then, me and my friends, my colleagues. We were little. So we started with this drawing on the Bako bag. I don't know if you know that drawing on the Bako bag then. We used to call it Grab Beast.
Yeah.
So that was what we started with, and it was interesting, it was fun. We did it for fun then. So I kept on doing that, and it was like insanity.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I would draw on the walls of my house. on
Oh,
the
you must have
doors.
gotten beaten a lot.
On the walls, on the door, back of my books. So I wanted to unleash something out of me. So it just kept on like that till now.
Okay.
I did not stop at. I never stopped it. I
Okay.
kept on doing it, and I kept on working and leveling up.
Okay. So, what is hyperrealism to you as an individual?
Hyperrealism is a genre or a style of art that involves creating sculptures, not just drawings, sculptures, paintings, drawings that look very realistic.
Okay.
It actually looks like a photograph. In some cases, you think it's a photograph.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've seen
so-
several like that.
That is what hyperrealism is all about. It tends to do with the emotion and the physical attached to it. It's very, very unique.
So what's the difference between hyper-realistic art and photorealism? Because
Okay.
to me, they are almost the same thing. What's the difference? That when you see, you just know this is hyper-realistic art and this is photorealistic.
Okay. Hyperrealism is different from photorealism. Hyperrealism tends to do with capturing those features you see in the human body. Like you can look at your hand now, you can see those lines, those pores. Now, there are artists that do that. They detail so much to the extent that you actually see the details, the features, the textures
Yeah, I
of
find it immensely
that
annoying.
surface.
Yes.
But photorealism, it looks like a photograph. You cannot actually see those details.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the difference between hyperrealism.
So you're saying
and
hyperrealism is more detailed.
Yeah.
Okay,
more
but there's
photorealism.
been a lot of conversation surrounding hyperrealism. Some people have called it envy. A lot of people have claimed that hyperrealism is not art. That all you're doing is looking at a picture and recreating it.
No, it's art.
Okay?
You have to have, there's something, how will I put it now? Art is our culture,
Okay.
and our culture is life. Art is life. So hyperrealism is not just creating pictures. Like my drawings, I create my drawings from the things going on around me.
Okay.
You get, so the things going on in the country, talking about things happening, the bomb blasts, all the things going on in the country. So it's not just drawing from pictures. You can actually look for a model and model for you, but depending on what you want to interpret, it has a message.
Okay.
Yeah, every hyper-realistic work has a message. So that's what it's all about.
Okay.
Okay, a critic came out to say by name Bob Lasworth that hyper-realistic art, to him, he said hyper-realistic art is not art because it erases the line between reality and art. So what's your take on that?
Reality and art.
Yeah.
It's art to me because hyperrealism is a style. There are different types of art.
Okay.
There is abstract, there is hyperrealism, there is surrealism,
Okay.
there is realism.
Okay.
You get, so there are different types of art. Each style, they have their different approaches. So you cannot just condemn one and say it's not art. It is art. I know of many artists today that do hyperrealism, like Kevin Okafor, Ken Wanjogu. There are many artists that do hyperrealism. So it's a style of art. It cannot be excluded as saying it's not art.
Okay, so what would you say is your biggest influence? A lot of people, when they go into an industry, they find a person that they say, this person just does it for me. I mean, if you're going into feminism in Nigeria, odds are you're going to think about Chimamanda and say, yes, she's the one doing it for me.
Okay.
So who would you say is your biggest influence?
My
International, national, local?
Okay, my biggest influence is Kevin Okafor.
Okay.
Kevin Okafor inspired me in 2016.
Okay.
I used to draw before.
What did he do in 2016 that made you say, hey God,
Let me explain.
there goes my mentor?
Okay, I've seen other artists
Okay.
drawing hyperrealism, but when I saw Kevin Okafor's work, his work inspired me to the extent that I was like, what? How could a human being do this? It was, I thought they were photographs actually.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know they were pencil drawings until I followed him. I studied about him and I was like, wow, I need to learn this. That was when I took my pencil seriously.
Oh, so you weren't doing hyperrealism before then?
No,
Just regular
I was
drawing.
just drawing,
Okay.
practicing, but I never really knew much about hyperrealism then. So I saw Kevin Okafor and his work inspired me. So I kept on going along that line. And
Nice.
I never really thought I could do hyperrealism, making my works look like photographs. I kept on practicing. Sometimes people today, they ask me questions, how do you do this, how do you do that? It depends on your practice. You have to practice it, and also you have to love it. If you don't love it, it's not going to come out very well.
Oh, so you have to love the
Yeah,
pictures.
you have to love what you do.
Okay.
Love it. Don't just draw because of money. You get, so
You know, I was going to get
that
there.
passion. So that passion should be there. You don't just draw because of money or because of something. Like me, I draw because I love it. It's not because of because I want to get this one or whatever. I cannot stay a day without drawing.
Wow. So
That sounds like
you're really
I draw every
addiction.
day.
You should see someone.
So even when I'm not drawing, I draw in my mind.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I could just be looking at someone and just be visualizing in my mind. It's something that's just part of me.
Okay, let's talk about the cha-ching aspect, the money aspect. You know, in this day and time, it's the new cool to be creative. You know, if you're a creative, you're the new cool. Lots of creatives out there. We have the writers, we have the designers, the developers, the script writers, all of that jazz. So a lot of people claim that people go into art just so they could look cool, so they could wear the beret and say, I am an artist. I am more intelligent than the rest of you. But intellectual, Kini is very big.
It's not actually like that.
Okay.
Art is more than that. For me, art is more than that. Art is a way of expressing yourself.
Okay.
It is the highest form of human expression and the society that creates it. It's something that you just do for love, not because of money.
So have you started getting paid yet, or are you still feeding on love?
Love and getting paid. The money aspect is important. Okay? But
I thought you were going to feed on love.
But that's not.
You used to pay your house rent.
But that's not the basic reason.
Okay. So for you,
That should not be the basic reason.
Okay.
You have to love it first. If you just go after money, you will not be good at what you do. So you have to love it. Then money can follow.
oh, okay.
Has money followed?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the highest you've been paid for a drawing? Or the lowest? The lowest. Let's start with the lowest.
The lowest is 30,000.
30 grand is the lowest?
Yeah.
Here's my pencil.
So how long does it take you to create a piece?
It depends. 80 hours.
80
Yeah.
hours.
Hyperrealism takes a lot of time, patience, consistency. It takes a lot of time.
Okay.
You can just be drawing an eye for 5 hours. You just be there. Slowly, it takes time. That's why it comes out the way it is. It's not something you rush. It takes a lot of time.
So how long do I learn this thing? Because this 30K something now that you...
and money.
I need to know these things. I need to ask this question. I've seen it online severally.
Okay.
Many people have asked it. They always say this thing. They say that water is colorless. But for some reason, hyper-realistic artists have been drawing water.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing that? What color are you using for water?
When
relevant
painting
question, but
water,
I have to know.
actually, you paint water with white.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the basic color for water.
Okay.
But
Then it's transparent.
yeah, it's transparent. It's an illusion.
So you guys take it and create an illusion for it, because
Yeah.
I've seen so many art, so many of these pencil drawings, and I'm like, wow, how are they doing this?
Do you understand? I cannot draw a cup.
I can't draw to save my life, but you know, it's just really beautiful. Now, for you, passion drives you first.
Yeah.
And would you say you have made so much from it? Can you say your passion is feeding you right now?
Yeah, my
You
passion
can say your
is-
passion is feeding
yeah.
you right now. So those of us that want to push our passion, we can push it.
Yeah.
Because his passion is feeding him. Can you draw?
Did I say I will have to do drawing?
You know, here now the lawyers was 30K. Yeah, you're even thinking about it. So what is the next? Let's look at the next 5 years for Famous. What do you think you see in the next 5 years for you?
I see something great.
Okay.
Only God knows.
So you have no projections, like you have no. You say,
What's your
okay,
plan?
the next 5 years, I want to have been featured in this magazine. My work should be on this person's wall. I should have done my first exhibition. I should have bought my first Benz. What is the next 5 years for Famous?
I see something great. That's all I can say for now.
You don't want to jinx it.
No.
Are you sure? Because I know I heard somebody speaking one time. It's like the guy was a pastor. He was saying that people are always praying and asking God for things, but you're never so specific. God bless me, bless me, bless me, bless you with what there. So do you not want to be specific about your goals?
No, I don't want to say that.
Okay.
Amazing. So what kind of advice would you give to young boys and young girls out there that actually want to pursue arts or do not even know they want to pursue art, but they found that they're really gifted in something like that? So what would you say that they could do with themselves?
To the young, talented artists out there, I would say keep working, keep learning, keep practicing. It's not just something you just do overnight.
Okay.
Like I remember when I started, it was not easy. I made sacrifices. Sometimes I'll have to travel to a far distance to go and learn. I can remember there was a time I stayed under the sun from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. drawing.
Drawing what, the sun?
No, drawing sculptures.
Wow.
Yeah, from life drawing at Auchi Poly.
Wow.
So it has to do with sacrifice. You have to sacrifice everything. You have to work. And it's not just magic. You have to practice consistently and to open well for you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Really amazing.
I can't believe anybody is still on that swim from 8 to drawing sculpture that somebody already did. But okay, if that's your flex.
Yeah.
So you said in the next 5 years you don't want to have any projections because you don't want to jinx it.
No.
What is the major struggle that you have faced in the industry? A lot of industries have a lot of potential problems. Some people say that getting into a new industry, breaking in is their biggest problem. Some say it's finding allies. People that think like you, people that want to allow you into their space. Some say it's finding mentors. For your own personal journey, what has been your own personal biggest problem, struggle?
My biggest struggle is, having that, making people know your art.
Okay.
Before on Facebook, I usually draw. Then you will post a picture and you get 2 likes, 3 likes. It's not really encouraging seeing those comments, people commenting on your work. But as I began to work on myself, my art improved greatly. People even say that, wow, you are trying, you are improving.
Yay.
This is amazing. So it really helped me. I would say practice makes perfect, and if your work is good, people will love it.
Amazing.
Like
I think
now.
your work is really good, so I'm really happy
Thank
for
you.
you. We're going to round up this conversation real quick. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, hyperrealism in this day and time is like the next thing, the best thing since sliced bread. Every other person is doing hyperrealism, drawing sweat droplets from people's faces and putting wonderful fascinations, bringing out great pictures. But what do you think is the future for hyperrealism? Are we going to see a continuous growth? Or are we going to get bored of hyperrealism
No,
very, very
you'll
soon?
never get bored of it.
When I can just take selfies.
No, you'll not get bored of it. Like my drawing, I don't know if you can put it here. the 1975, the one that was water on my face.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that drawing, I exhibited it at Obakenzwa
Okay.
Cultural Center, the exhibition. Yeah, this drawing. And I exhibited it there last month at the exhibition they held the shapes, art shapes exhibition. So I did it there. But this drawing is not just a drawing. I didn't just say I want to put on my body and just draw.
We don't know what you do.
I had to draw myself.
Yeah. How was that for you?
It started like this. I was relaxing in my bed one day and listening to the radio. I have this small radio I usually play. And they play this fella song.
Okay.
Water Not Get Enemy.
Okay.
And so I remembered I did one in 2016. I did a water drawing too of a lady putting her hand on her face, bringing out water. I titled that one Amen Molehian.
Meaning?
It's an Asa language, meaning water has no enemy.
Oh.
And so I used that drawing then to win $100.
Wow.
Yeah.
I said, let me buy pencil.
So it was a competition.
Okay.
And so I won the competition, and that drawing won that money. That money. So I thought about it. I wanted to create a series then in 2016. I took
more dollars. I
took photographs then, pouring water on my body, but I didn't do it because I felt I was not ready then. So I had to wait till 2019, this year, to do it. And I also took another one this year. And so that drawing, where the water was on my face, the drawing, I titled it 1975 because that fella's song, Water Not Get Enemy, the song really inspired me. I went to research on the song, and in the lyrics it said, water calms a hot head. Water cannot be trapped. It is very, very significant. If you want to bathe your child, you use water. If you want to cook, you use water. So water is life. And so that song inspired me to create that drawing. And that was why I titled it 1975, because the song was released in 1975. So that's the story behind that work.
Okay.
So dollars, water, and filler. All right, so I think we're going to wrap it up right now. Any final words before we call it a morning?
Well, to the young artists out there, I would say keep learning, keep leveling up, reading books, don't just draw. Yeah, ask questions. One thing about me, I ask questions a lot. Those that are higher than me, I'm not ashamed. I could just slide into someone's DM and ask them questions. So it has really helped me. And a lot of them, they've given me that answer I needed. And so it has really helped me. I would say keep leveling up, seeking information, and you'll get there.
Amen. We'll all get there. Thank you so much for coming, Famous. Fame Identity. I was going to ask you, what is with that name, Fame Identity?
Okay. The Fame Identity. Before, I had a name, just Famous Arts.
Okay.
So I thought of creating another name.
Okay.
So the Fame Identity, the identity there, if you look at my logo, there is this lion head there.
Okay.
Yeah, so it portrays me.
Oh, you're the lion?
Yeah, I'm the lion.
Okay.
So that's what that name is all about. The Fame Identity. I react quickly to things. Yeah.
Should we be afraid?
No, don't be afraid.
Thank you so much, Fame, for coming.
Yeah,
thank you so much, Joanne. Of course, you look beautiful. Thank you so much, Adrian. You are marvelous. And of course, thank you at home right now, at work, in your car, in your boyfriends or your side chicks or whatever you are. Thank you so much for watching us this morning. We'll be here again tomorrow from 9 a.m. all the way down to 9:30. My name is Joyce Chooks. Make sure you have yourself a lovely day, and we look forward to the brand new month of May. Good morning.
Good morning.